Hello one and all, and welcome to Seen Through Glass. Now, one of the main questions I get asked on social media is where are the best places to spot supercars in London? And as the summer season is just around the corner, I thought now is a good chance to drop in the 4C and let you know where I think the best places are to spot supercars in London town. So this is London, and realistically there are two main areas that you want to concentrate on if you're coming to spot in London. That is Knightsbridge and Mayfair. You're not going to go wrong if you check those two. So let's kick things off with the old famous Knightsbridge. Now I'm assuming that a lot of you will be on foot, so I guess the best place to start is Knightsbridge Tube Station. I think it's on the Piccadilly line, but maybe Google that to be sure. So whilst I said we were going to be starting in the 4C, I actually have come to the underground station because I thought most of you will be spotting by foot. So it makes sense to start kind of where I think you'll start, in Knightsbridge underground station. This should really be your starting point, and we're going to come up the stairs and show you where you will come out and where you will begin your spotting adventure. As you can see, we are now in Knightsbridge, spotting central. So as you can see there, really, as soon as you pop up from the tube station, you are ready to roll. Get your cameras out, because that junction right there should be position number one. So this right here is what I'm going to call position number one. Your go-to starting, spotting place in London that I think you will not fail to see cars. So we just popped up from the underground station over there. Down that way is the infamous Sloane Street. You will see every car you could possibly want to see on that road there. Going down that way, which is where we're going to go next, is towards Harrods. Up there we have the Bulgari Hotel, you get some nice cars, and then this way is Mayfair, so the second main area of spotting in London. So let's say you've been stood on the junction for a while and you've seen a whole lot of good cars and you think, oh, it's a nice day, I might as well wander around, see what else I can find. What I'll do now is take you on the short lap of the Arab Supercar Grand Prix of Knightsbridge. We leave the junction behind us and firstly head down to Harrods on the Brompton Road. And realistically there's quite a number of stops where you can see supercars around Harrods. The first one I'm going to pull up is right there on the corner of Hands Road. As you can see here, if you just stand on this corner, you've got cars coming in from the left, like that silver taxi, and then cars coming in from Brompton Road, like that black taxi. Oh, he's doing a Harrods flyby. What a joker.
This guy knows what he's doing. He's a pro at owning a hypercar.
If you want to do your route around Harrods, that's the ring road almost around Harrods, you continue along Hands Road. There's another sort of position where you can stop on the corner there, which is sort of, you know, what Royal Jordanian often calls Supercar Alley, which is just on that sort of corner of Harrods. You get some awesome cars parked up there. Continuing around the lap again, there's kind of like the official Harrods car drop-off parking place, which you can see here. You sort of get cars driving past, going on to Basil, going back towards Sloane. But I highly recommend checking out Basil Street. Now Basil Street's a little bit controversial, so I hope I don't get any like sort of lawsuits for saying this, but you do get some awesome accelerations down Basil Street, so it is worth keeping your eyes and ears peeled along there. But the most important thing is you eventually get to the Basil Street, Sloane Street junction, which I think has to be one of the best positions, if not the main junction. This is the second best position I think on Sloane Street, because you have the world's most horrendous traffic lights and traffic jams here, as you can see. Really from that junction, I don't know if you noticed, you can obviously turn left or right. Left literally takes you back to Knightsbridge Tube Station and the junction where this all began. If you turn right, you are then on the infamous Sloane Street. Now, if you are coming to London and saying that you are a car spotter, you haven't heard of Sloane Street, go home, there's no point. Sloane Street has to be one of the most famous locations for spotting in the world. And there are a myriad, there are a million places that you can stand on Sloane Street. I don't know why I just put that camera there, I just did. But you could literally stand anywhere. Oh, this is in McLaren London for ages. I need that in my life. Woo. So that really is the kind kind of short lap. That's the small, short Abu Dhabi Arab Knightsbridge Grand Prix. Is that sort of lap back and forth. Now I've put on in blue there the kind of extended lap. If they're feeling really overexcited, they'll go on that extended lap. Worth checking there. There's a few hotels dotted around. It's worth checking car parks. But remember, I've bring back the perimeter here. Knightsbridge is a small area, and that perimeter is really sort of golden for gold dust. Golden. So bad with sayings. Yeah, that's a really good perimeter for seeing cars. If you stay within that perimeter, any of those roads, I tell you right now, you will see some awesome cars. So now we're done with Knightsbridge, let's move on to Mayfair. Now Mayfair's a bit of a different beast to Knightsbridge, as in it's far more spread out, and there's no like Grand Prix circuit, there's no laps that cars do, there's lots of different little spots. So I think the easiest thing to do is I'll jump into the 4C and show you round. So this right here is Park Lane. Park Lane acts as your like border to Mayfair. So cars are going to be on this road trying to peel off into Mayfair, and there are two main junctions. The most famous, and probably your safest bet, is up here at the Dorchester Hotel, which in itself is a prime spotting location. This is the junction, and if you set yourself up here at this junction, you'll get all of these cars turning off into Mayfair. So that is a really good space. And then as you see, right here is the wonderful Dorchester. Mayfair is one of those places where it is really worth exploring, and I'm heading to one of the best places in Mayfair, a street called Mount Street. So this right here is Mount Street. It is filled with amazing shops and amazing restaurants, and you get cars parked all the way up and down this road. So you can just come here, chill out. You also get some celebs here, so if you're big on your celeb spotting, come check this place out. And what we'll do from here is we will head directly into Berkeley Square, which I guess you could call is the heart of Mayfair, or at least what we consider the heart of Mayfair. So there, this is Berkeley Square, and this is where you get some amazing cars driving around and parked up. So you just want to do laps of this on foot, basically. What a freaking car. You will see awesome cars, I'll tell you that right now. There's a nice blue F12. Oh my god, it was a TDF blue F12! That is so nice! This is still Mayfair. We've just left Berkeley Square. We're going to go past another very famous restaurant called Novikov. It's actually quite new, Novikov. But, and also Nobu. Nobu's very famous around the world. Celeb spot, and often nice cars, but for some reason Novikov has stolen the crown. Got a 458 Spider right there. The final street really to check to ensure it's on your list of Mayfair is this one, Curzon Street. We've just turned off Berkeley Square, which I say is kind of like your home point of Mayfair, and Curzon is another really good one to check because there's a shisha bar. A lot of the Arab guys like to come and park their cars out in front of. So that is the shisha bar. It's called Mahmoudia, I think it's called. That's my really dodgy Arab accent. So you obviously get cars parked outside there. And really, those are what I would consider the main spots in Mayfair. But as I was saying earlier, there are 1,000 other places you should check. So here is the very complicated overlay of all the other streets it's worth checking in Mayfair. But I realise that looks like some kind of like... Oh, do you remember Snake, the game they used to... Oh no, that would be before most people's time. Anyway, it was a game we used to get on the original mobile phones. Anyway, that looks like a weird version of Snake. I am getting distracted. But yeah, as you can see, there are thousands of streets you should be checking in Mayfair, so don't just stay into that sort of small group. But I wanted to sort of point out the key places that I think you should go and check out if you're going to go up to Mayfair and leave Knightsbridge. So I hope you found that overview helpful. And as I said at the beginning, this wasn't really a sort of definitive, comprehensive guide to spotting. It was just me trying to give some tips of where I think you should head to sort of make sure you don't miss out on some of the mega cars that are expected this summer, and to be honest, all year round. So let me know, comment below if you have any further questions. I'll try and answer as many as possible. But I think if you stick to these guidelines, you should get pretty lucky and see some pretty awesome cars. And we are on our way to meet up with Paul Wallace, the idiot, and Tom Exton, the other idiot.
So let me give you an introduction into my sunglasses as to why I'm wearing them.
Which I'm very luckily going to be allowed to sit in. What? Holy crap.